Yeah, man, we are back, man. It's been a minute. But yeah, you already know what's going on. Y'all seen the title and y'all seen it on Instagram and all that. So we about to get it popping, man. Tell y'all about this. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. So as y'all boys seen, man, I got suspended going into my senior season, playing 707 and training. And yeah, so I put a poll out there yesterday about if I should make a video on it or not. That blew up. So yeah, we here now. I'm about to make y'all a little video, talk y'all through what's going on, what the rule is, and really just tell y'all how I feel. Just a little short video though, So basically, the rule is that if you live in Ohio, you can't play 7-on-7. You can't train during a certain time. You can't train with your team. You can't do these things. And yeah, so that's what it is. And basically, I went out and played 7-on-7, and I was training and all that, and now I got suspended. And yeah, but I'm cool. I'm cooling. I feel like God put me in this situation on purpose because He knows that I'm not just gonna let that slide, and that the rule is just it needs to be changed, and I'm the person to do that. So yeah, and yeah, it's crazy because like ever since yesterday it posted. I put it out to the public, let the reporters post it that this is happening. I've just gotten texts and messages and all that saying like thank you and just congratulating me on standing up for this rule because like everybody's wanted to change and all that. Cause I could name people, I can name top athletes like that have told me they wanted to play 7-on-7 with me, and just in general the rule isn't right. It's almost like it's controlling you. Like how, you can't tell somebody that if they could train or not. Basically 7-on-7, like ever since I started playing, it's really done nothing but good for me. It's gave me exposure. It's taken me to places like I've never been before. I've never played in Nevada before. I've only been there one time for the next one's event. But other than that, like that was my first time actually going out there and experiencing it. And we played in the canyons, and it was just a great experience.
Yeah, I never played no canyon,
It was my first time in Houston and Miami, all that, all due to 7-on-7. And really, all it does is help kids and give them more exposure, and you meet new people, all that, like, and working on your skill set, and you going against. Think about it, when you play 7-on-7, you're not going against just normal athletes. Like you're going against people that are nice. Like everybody is nice out there for real. So other than that, 7-on-7, like it really doesn't have no downside to it in my eyes. So I don't know why I don't like it. And from what I heard, the Coaches Association and OSHA, I'm talking the Coaches Association right now for real though, that they said it's because they want their kids to be more sport athletes. They don't want their kids to only be focused on football. They don't want their kids to get hurt, injured by playing 7-on-7. All those reasons, but when you really think about it, like how can you choose that for somebody? You can't sit there and say like you can't go train, you can't go play a sport that you love because you might get injured. That's something you talk about with your parents. Like what? That don't even make sense. And really, like with everything that's going on, I'm not worried about nothing. I'm suspended for games. They said they could take my season away, but even at that, like God, like I said, God put me in this situation for a reason, and time is due. It needs to change, and I ain't gonna stop till the rule get changed for real. So, yeah. Yeah, so this rule has actually been challenged before, like multiple times. Like 10 years ago, Urban Meyer challenged it. That was before I was in Ohio, so I didn't even know that happened. But I just figured that out, and then all of a sudden, like I heard it just stopped, and it was no talk no more about it, and I'm bringing it back up now. So yeah, so it's been a buzz before, and people already known it was a problem before, and known that the rule wasn't a good rule. But yeah, bad rules meant to be changed by good people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. No hate to Urban Meyer, man. That's all love right there. But just saying, like, I'm different, man. I ain't finna let that slide. I'm finna get that changed at the end of the day. Even if like they said that they could take my season away, at the end of the day, like if I had to play somewhere else in another state, I'm still gonna be fighting for this rule to be changed for Ohio and for the generations after me, because I don't care about my season. Like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for the kids and for like generations after me, because I know that the rules are not right, and I know people in my class and literally everybody, like they all want to do this, and saying that you just restricting people from doing it is like how you can't do that in general. Like, man, it's like it's crazy. How could you do that? How could you do that to a kid though? Like, y'all restricting them from getting better and just getting exposure and all that. Like, all they want to do is get better, go have fun, and play the sport that they love. Like, I grew up watching 7-on-7 and watching overtime and all that, and I always was like, man, I wish I could go do that. And now that I'm doing it, it's like it's opened my eyes, and I've really enjoyed it and had a great experience with it. So yeah, I ain't finna stop playing. That's my process. I ain't finna stop playing. I'm finna keep fighting this rule, cause it's just unjust and it's not right for them to be doing this. It's really like, man, that's like stripping away your rules for real, your basic rights for real. It's crazy. Yeah, man. You already know what it's for. I don't really gotta say it that too much. I'm gonna keep saying it though. It's for the kids, man. You already know. I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright.
Time to time, but no big attention for 10 years. Well, it's back, and it's back in a way that it's bigger than ever. Maybe this time we get a different result, because Shaker Heights safety Trey McNutt, a Buckeye legacy, the number 2 safety in the country, has been suspended for a game because he broke the spring football rule. Trey McNutt, a football player being recruited by every blue blood in the country with an NFL trajectory, had the audacity to play in a 7-7 football tournament in Miami. And now the best player in our state is suspended for a game this year, his senior year, because of a 7-on-7 football tournament out of state. Sometimes it just takes one person in the right position with some stones to make a big change. And our man McNutt, he's playing again this weekend in another 7-on-7 in LA. McNutt told 24/7 Sports, quote, "I think this rule is unacceptable. It's taking control of the kids, and it feels like it's stripping away basic rights. How are you going to tell somebody they can't go and train to play football? At the same time, these other sports, they're able to play AAU and everything, but football can't do it. I'm fighting this rule because it's generally wrong, and it's for the generations after me." The 24/7 article by Steve Wiltfong states, "Some believe the OHSAA would be up for changing this rule, but the real battle would be with the Ohio State High School Football Coaches Association. According to the article, the majority of the football coaches are still in favor of the current landscape. Is that the case? I don't know. But I know it's unjust. I was stunned 10 years ago that Urban Meyer didn't get more traction with this, that he didn't have the pull to change this, that the OHSAA commissioner had the nerve to say Urban knows what this would do to spring sports, as if it's just a fact that this would decimate spring sports despite contrary evidence in the states surrounding us. Well, Doug Ute, current OHSAA commish, it's on you now, buddy. Your organization just suspended the best player in Ohio for a rule on your books, and this time around it's getting national attention. No logical thinking person could hear Trey McNutt's argument on this and not agree that this is unjust. And can we also say for many kids in Ohio, scratching and clawing for a football scholarship, maybe that extra training, maybe that extra playing time, that new coach, being able to showcase their skill set in front of other coaches in other states could have been the difference. Because the difference is inches for kids that are right on that cut line. What about them? How many of them didn't get that scholarship in the past because of this ridiculous rule? If it's one, then it's one too many. And that one had nothing to do with spring sports or upholding spring sports. Those who play spring sports and support spring sports, that's their responsibility. If you can't get enough players for your spring sports, then I'm sorry. Change the rules, reduce the teams. I don't know what to do. Be creative. Like the states that play football with reduced number of players because they can't get enough 11 men to field a team. That's on the OHSAA to figure that out. That's what you're here for. But that's not on our high school football players to make your job easier. It's a tough problem. I understand, but we don't get to take our tough problems and make them someone else's issue. That's not how it works. And let's talk about the best of the best players in the state of Ohio. The ones that can't travel to LA and Miami while the rest of the country is playing 7-on-7 tournaments and showcasing their skill set. In the current landscape, that could be costing them a whole lot of money, in some cases generational money for them. How do you justify this?
Trying to tell y'all boys, this real love right here, man. You already know it's for the kids. We've been doing this. And this new stuff coming out. Y'all better tap in. Merch coming soon. Let's get it.